morning. Good morning. Sorry, I'm fixing my shirt. All right. Do I look okay? All right. Good morning. Welcome to my live. All right. Let me just do my usual and share my live. Hi, Missy. Thanks for joining. Let me just... How's everybody doing on this Tuesday? Hopefully well. I have been doing some self-care this week. I've been sleeping in. I never sleep in. But I was having a little bit of insomnia last week. I've been kind of out of whack. So I wanted to take this week to sleep in. All right, everything's shared. Hi, 2 days in a row I get to see you live and not on replay. Woo woo. Woo woo! Yeah! Awesome! That means you're going to be interactive, right? Cool. Alright. Alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start. Everything's shared. Everything's good to go. Thanks for everybody that's joining the live. Can I just take a sip from my unicorn mug real quick? You know, I love my coffee. Guys, these are supposed to be fun, right? Tuesday morning, we woke up alive, breathing. Things are amazing. So, don't forget it. Don't you forget it. So, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Justine Leslie. I'm a spiritual advisor. I do intuitive coaching. I do crystal healing. I also do angel card readings, and I consider myself a spiritual teacher. So I do all of those things. If you feel like that you could benefit from any of these things, I always drop my scheduler in the comments. Make an appointment with me, and then we can kind of chat about how we can work together, if it would be beneficial to work together, what you might need. That's part of the spiritual advisor part, right? Like, I want to make sure that you're getting exactly what you need, and I'll point you to what area is probably best. I also do empathic support. An empath is somebody that absorbs energy very deeply. We are wired completely different from other people. So if you have a hard time managing your emotions or dealing with life as an empath, it could get really, really sticky, especially in this world. Trust me, there are some days where I can't get out of bed. It is very, very hard. So if you have any questions about that, please also schedule time with me. So, enough with the introduction, and like I said, I always do the introduction first because I'm actually not looking to see, every day who's exactly watching my lives, but I'm hoping I'm getting some new people every day, so I just want to make that clear of what I actually do and what I am qualified to talk about. So, anyway, introduction done, all right? So, again, this is a live that I made a lot of notes on, and it's something that obviously has been happening to me lately, and I'm realizing I'm in this place where I'm stuck, and instead of being, I'm doing more. So, what does that mean? So, a lot of people ask me, Justine, when you say you're in your being, what does that mean? Your being is really just that higher self that I always reference, right? That higher self, your essence. You just are, right? That's your being. And it's more directed towards, it's more considered, how do I put this? Feminine. In your feminine energy, because women are just more being, right? And the masculine is more doing. So I've been more in the doing, right? I've been more in the left brain doing, get this done, structure. And that's actually against who I really, really am. But when you're running a business and trying to get 1,000 things done at the same time, some structure is needed, right? You're going to need to time everything that you're doing. You're going to have to put everything in your calendar, that type of thing. So, it's really, really been interesting because I actually flipped the switch for the new year so I can get more and more things done. But I'm actually neglecting that part of myself, the being, which is where the creativity grows, right, guys? That's where it grows. And I'm not allowing enough space for an even balance. So I've been doing, not enough being. And yesterday I posted something about the hustle getting in the way of the creativity. I've been going back and forth with this word hustle, right? I'm not sure if it resonates too much anymore, because it's really not about constantly working and burning yourself out. And that's really, really a good backbone of spirituality, is because that really made me realize that, you know, for years, like years and years ago, I used to put myself in the hospital from working so much. I would work 60-hour weeks. And I actually have been timing myself about how much I'm actually working. And I'm working a lot, guys. I didn't realize how much I was actually working. So I can understand how my creativity is kind of in a place where it's really stagnant. It's not fostering. There's no room for it to grow or you know, I'm not allowing enough space for it to create and blossom and all of that. So I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about how we can kind of get there. And I'm going to be doing this along with you. Thank you for the likes. Yeah, if this resonates, guys, hearts, likes, whatever, if you feel more comfortable. But it's just really, really hard to balance both of them. And that's why I'm here today, is because I kind of want to list some things that I'm going to be on this journey with you guys too, right? Like, we should talk about, you know, maybe I'll recap at the end of the week about how we, you know, implemented some of these strategies to be able to create that, I don't want to say create that creativity, but allow a space for that creativity to foster. So, and another thing too, you know, since I'm a spiritual teacher, obviously I'm going to get a little bit more into this, right? It actually, when we are in lacking creativity, we are actually blocking our sacral chakra. So for those that don't really understand the chakra system, we have 7 main points of energy in our body, starting all the way up from the crown down to the root. The sacral is actually the second one from the bottom. Root is, you know, root of the spine, financial issues, grounding, that type of thing. The second is sacral. That's where creativity and sexuality lies. So if you're having issues in this part of your journey, it might be a blocked sacral chakra. So I'll go into how we can unblock that in the strategy. So I'll go ahead and start the strategies about ways to get more creative in your life, or create room for it, right? So number 1, be more present, right? That's the other thing. So when I say in your being, I also mean being present, right? I mean, how many times are we, you know, thinking of our goals and our dreams, which is not a terrible thing, right? It's really a good idea. But again, that word balance just comes into mind. We need to be able to stay present instead of thinking about the past, you know, getting really excited for the future, which is great. But like I said, it has to be a balance. So we have to really understand that. And the ways for us to be more present is meditation, yoga, breathing exercises. They really just help with just grounding helps too. That's another thing I just thought of, because we spend the time to stay in our bodies and be present of where we are right now, and accepting where we are right now too, right? So that's part of it. So yeah, all of those things help. And also I'll throw in an extra one if you have, you know, more time. If you've ever heard of Eckhart Tolle. And by the way, I've heard feedback from people when I start throwing out spiritual leaders in my Facebook Lives and people look them up, they become obsessed with them. So I love shouting out to other spiritual teachers. That's what this is all about. Everyone has something different to say. And I'm kind of using everybody as a collective. But Eckhart Tolle, spiritual leader, check him out. He wrote The Power of Now, all about presence and being here now, right? It's just really good. It's really kind of heady. So for me personally, I don't know, you might get it right away, but I had to read every paragraph twice, to be honest with you. So like I said, if you have time, it's something to dive into and really help you stay in the present moment, and really get rid of those thoughts that cloud our mind that really aren't us, right, from the past and the future. So it's actually super helpful. The second thing is our creativity may be blocked because we are not inspired. Guys, how many times do we go through a full day without being inspired about anything? If you are working on something and you see the same decor all day long, switch locations, look outside, look at nature, go in nature, take a small trip for the weekend. That itself, putting yourself in a different situation, any type of actual change, now that I think about it, can actually foster being inspired and creating and wanting to create and having that desire to create. So any type of change, for me, what works, going out in nature, looking at nature, taking a small trip, going somewhere new, trying something new, something like that. Anything along those lines will inspire, will create some type of inspiration for your creativity. Try it. It actually really works. And number 3, I've already kind of mentioned it, and I said I would mention it in the strategies again, but it's probably a blocked sacral chakra. So how do we unblock the sacral chakra? A few different ways, but since I'm a crystal healer, I have to throw the crystals in first and foremost. The 2 crystals that I freaking love so much, and I'm wearing it right here on my bracelet. This is carnelian. Anything amber orange is where you want to go, because that orangey color is associated with that chakra, and yeah, so there's actually 2. So this is carnelian, and then there's citrine. And citrine is more gold, but it's actually really, really beautiful. And like I said, I love the ones that are in the raw. So those tend to work best. They're more natural. So using them, meditating with them, even sometimes I put it, so the sacral chakra is actually located like underneath the belly button. So sometimes when I'm meditating, put it right there to kind of activate it. And then I wear my bracelet all day, just for extra healing, right? So yeah, that orange one, anything orangey-ish, moonstone's another one, is really, really helpful. So yeah, hopefully that helps. So those are the 3 ways that I feel that you can get more creative. I said something last night about being able to see what the problem is being the first step, and how to heal what is kind of blocking you right now. I don't want to say what is damaging you or anything like that. I guess blocking is a good word, but just being aware of what is happening, and I'm hoping that these videos do help with that, is half the battle. So hopefully these are super helpful. If you guys try these out during the week and find yourself to be more creative, I would love to hear that. Post on my wall or message me. That's really, really cool to find out if the things that I'm talking about are actually helping you guys in your everyday life. So yeah, sorry, my nose is super itchy. I keep itching it. But thank you guys so much for joining. Have a lovely, lovely Tuesday. Hopefully your creativity flows today and you're able to create some beautiful things. And I'm hoping that everything that I talked about was super helpful. I will be on tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow is Wednesday, and I will talk to you guys then. Bye.